What are we dealing with? Establishing metabolic homeostasis. We're on level 2, and that is what the next classes is going to be about. So you can understand addiction. You can understand why you eat and can't stop. And obsessive behavior. Okay. That we're all in. All right. Let me take this off. All right. Metabolic homeostasis. What is metabolic? Anybody know what metabolic is?
Having to do with the blood?
Yeah, I mean, the blood is part of that, but it has to do with the processing of nutrients, the processing of hormones, okay? All right? To go where it's supposed to go to give you what? Balance. Okay? So you eat. What is the culprit of metabolic instability? Sucrose, sugar, and fructose. Where they put these chemicals at? In the drinks. Coca-Cola, Pepsi, fruit drinks. All this is in there. 90% of our products is contaminated with sucrose and fructose. Okay? But the foundation is we off eating cycle. We're eating food in the morning that we shouldn't eat. Why? Let's go here. All right? I can do this. I want to stick close. So in the morning time, or from 12 to 8, we have the time of appropriation. Okay? Say 12 to 8 p.m. time of appropriation. This is when we eat and digest. That's okay. So when you get up in the morning and you eat 2 slices or 3 slices of pig ass, okay, some dead eggs, okay, and then you put a little grits or some potatoes, right? What does that do to the morning cycle? It congests it. Okay. So the time of appropriation is when your body is eating and digesting the food. Okay, we'll see that. And then, so from 12 to 8, it's called the time of appropriation, that is eating and digesting. This period is when you should consume your most healthiest, balanced meal. After 8 p.m., eating should stop, and the last consumption of water to help absorption. So after 8 p.m., your body is absorbing what you ate from 12 to 8 and dispersing the vitamins in your body. Okay? The morning time is what messes us all up, and we're going to get to that. So from 8 till what? 4:30, you shouldn't be eating nothing. Okay.
8 p.m. to 4:30 a.m.
8 p.m. From 8 p.m. to 4:30 in the morning, that's called the fasting time. Okay? So, what happens in the morning time? Breakfast. What does that mean? Break the fast. Okay? So we have these 3 cycles. 8 p.m., 12 to 8 p.m., 8 p.m. till 4:30. Okay? A.M. Right. Okay, I'll be more definitive. A.M. That's called what? I'm going to just put this word, a simulation. Everybody know what a simulation means? Okay. So that which you ate from 12 a.m. to 12 noon to 8 p.m. is a time of what? Appropriation, eating and digesting. Okay. This is when your liver is just functions, because the liver does what? Carries nutrients, protein, everything to your body. Okay? So, time approach, the biggest meal, healthiest and biggest meal, biggest and healthiest meal is not dinner, it's lunch. Okay? Right? And healthy meal. It's all in here. All right? And healthiest meal. 8 p.m., a simulation is when you should be what? Fasting. All right? That means you're not having the midnight snack, which interrupts the assimilation process. Okay? All right. Then we come to morning, which is actually the last meal, which is flushing or elimination. Let's say from 4:30 p.m. a.m. till noon. Okay. Your body is flushing out what? The waste or the residual of that nightly, so anytime you eat, what you do, you boo-boo. So at the same time, when you assimilate these foods, there is residuals, which we call waste and toxins. So when you get up in the morning, you want to flush that out. So we'll just put it in a simple term, flushing out what? The waste and the residual of processing. Okay? So when you get up in the morning, what are you? You kind of cloggy. What's the first thing you do? Drink 8 ounces of water. Okay, it's all here. After you drink, 45 minutes later, fruit. The best and the healthiest fruit in the morning is what? Not orange juice. Blackberries. Okay. So say you eat a pint of strawberry, or if you're having digestive problems, eat a couple of pears or a pear. Okay. Because that helps what? Flushing. It assists. So you eat foods that assist in the process. Flushing, assimilation, a lot of foods with minerals and things. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, I like breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with eating breakfast, say for dinner, or for lunch or for dinner?
That's good. Okay. Because now you're breaking down, but eat foods that have nutrients and vitamins, not processed food that has no fiber, has no vitamins other than false vitamins, you know what I mean, synthetic vitamins. Eat whole foods, foods that God has created, foods that Elohim has created. What's the use in eating if you're not putting the nutrients and vitamins in it to be assimilated in order to oxygenate and build and nurture the cells?
What's the matter with vitamins that you can buy in the store?
That is, it's what they call a supplement. That is, when we get older and the body is not metabolizing like it used to, so we supplement. I gave y'all a list in the first class that we did of foods and the vitamins can contain in that.
I remember that. I got it. But I'm just
So
saying,
when you get over 50, you say, okay, my body is not assimilating these vitamins on the level it did when I was in my 20s. So what do? Supplement. Okay. All right. children don't need supplementation because they taking in a 90% to 100% of the vitamin. When you reach 40, you're taking in maybe what? 60%. When you reach 50, you're taking in maybe 40%, so you supplement. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now, the thing is, am I using synthetic vitamins or am I using whole vitamins? Whole vitamins comes through food. Okay. So you get vegetable-based vitamins to supplement. Okay. Everybody understanding what I'm saying? Okay. You really
multivitamins, what I'm saying.
Well, multivitamins is good, but multivitamins mix E, K, and D. Mm-hmm. Okay, those are contradictive. Okay, so I do my E vitamin when I get up with my first meal, and then afterwards K vitamin, and that when you mix it together, they're contradictive. Those three vitamins are contradictive. And that's the problem with, I buy vitamin E, I buy this so I can control it. With multivitamins, in many cases, they have E, K, and D mixed together, which are contradictive. That means they fight against one another. Okay. And you never get the full measure in there. They're contradictive to one another. So E, K, and D, okay, I take separate. You understand what I'm saying?
E, K, and D?
Yeah, E, K, and D is contradictive. Okay. So let's look. In the elimination of body waste from 4 a.m. to noon, blackberries, raspberries, strawberry, pears, red grape, green apples assist in this process, etc. You can look the rest up. After flushing process, we balance our body system with a veggie juice. I do a veggie juice at noon. Okay. And then after that, we want to do fiber foods because fiber foods help our body to what? Process and assimilate. Okay. So we use what? What are good foods for that? Broccoli, avocado, whole grains, apples, dried fruit without sulfur. Okay. Blackberries, nuts, baked potatoes. Okay. That's throughout the afternoon. You can use the nibbling diet or a meal diet in order to empower that. Okay. So what I call body rhythm, biorhythms rather, is body cycles. Understanding what the body system is doing at certain periods of the day and what we should consume during those periods in order to what? Empower that cycle. All right. So we have 3 cycles. From 12 a.m., time of appropriation, eating and digesting, when we should eat our biggest and healthiest meals and more. And then 8 p.m., assimilation, that's our fasting period. And then at break fast, when the body is flushing out, we should use foods that assist in that process. So in the morning time, if you eating 3 slabs of pork ass, right? And then fiber foods, which should be eaten in the afternoon to help appropriation, right? So that what? Messes up the biorhythm. Okay. So we've been taught to eat 3 slabs of pork butt, okay, an egg, a aborted egg, all right, which has protein that does not assimilate to the cell, okay, a glass of sugar juice, because once you juice the orange, after so many hours, it just turns to pure sugar. Okay. And then some scalloped potatoes that you fry, And potatoes are water. Do water and oil mix? So now the body is saying, okay, what do? I got water, I got oil. I can't digest this together, right? So what happens? The flushing process is what? Halted. But then you get up, you have some water, which is flushing. You have some fruit that flushes, and antioxidant fruits, also fights against any, infectionist or whatever. I'm trying to speak, I'm not trying to use a lot of big words. Okay, so excuse me. I got words for this, but we talking on the grassroots level. So you are detoxifying and you're flushing at the same time with fruits. If you got a belly issue, a digestive issue, what you want to use? Pears and apples. Okay. You got a digestive issues and you're doing from 12 to 8 p.m., onions. Onions is good for digestion. It's good for that stomach. Put some onions in your food. All right. If you got a blood issue, you know what I mean, then red clover tea with your meal. That helps the infection issue. Mix it with a little chamomile, okay, which is a comitative herb that, and some, slippery elm that coats the stomach and help in that digestive process. Helps to eliminate, you got slow digestion, you probably got what? An infection that's slowing down the digestion. So you use those teas, okay? And then, up until 8 o'clock, you do that, a small dinner, not a large dinner. Don't go get the whole turkey. Yeah, and have your feast. You feast in the afternoon. And then you have a small meal in the evening. All right.
What if you get sleepy?
What if you
I get sleepy. If I eat a big lunch, I get sleepy.
Well, then do a stimulant tea with it. Okay. A antioxidant tea with it, like red clover, like I said, the comitative, and then the I hate when my brain just runs too fast. I miss words. A comitative, and then a herb like marshmallow, Delmucin herb. Okay. A Delmucin herb and slippery elm give you that mucus so that you can go to the bathroom and poop without, because it's too dry. Use that. That's why they give you those pills. They say, okay, this will help you, but you don't want those pills. You got herbs for that. Delmucin herbs, and I think it's emollient herbs. My mind is racing because I've been busy all day. All right. Emollient herb that helps you have a slippery bowel movement. Oh, okay. I feel good.
Well, I'm worried about that. I'm one.
Yeah, I'm just saying for people who have that when they go into the toilet, they say, I gotta use the bathroom, but I can't. Okay, put a little emollient or Delmucin with it, with your teas. Okay. So before I eat my lunch, I'm gonna drink a tea that is based with a Delmucin. Okay, to lubricate. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Lubricate. That lubricating, in that digestive process, so that bowel movement eliminated. Without, I know y'all done did that. Oh, that's why you gotta listen to James Brown. And twist and shout on the toilet. Ow, I got the feeling. All right, I got that from Dr. Africa. He did a thing on that. Using emollient herb. Drink you an emollient herb, goes into there, it lubricates that digestive system so that you can have a bowel movement without having to do the James Brown on the toilet. You understand what I'm saying? All right. So, after flushing process, we balance our body. Nuts. What nuts you want to use? Raw almonds. 12 almonds a day. It has pain relieving properties in it. It has high levels of calcium to strengthen those bones and to help those bones produce good red blood cells. Okay. Okay. And then absorption is again from 8 p.m. to 4:30 a.m., what I call the fasting period when there should be no consumption of food. Therefore, we call the morning meal breakfast or breaking the fast, or a period of breaking the fast. I always recommend if you are coming off of sugar addiction or alcohol addiction or drug addiction, that's when your stress levels, man, I want that drink. I need to get that beer. So I say, okay, drink a appetite suppressant tea. Be consumed 1 to 2 hours before bed to help overcome the habit of the midnight snack. Teas such as chickweed, fenugreek, ginger, cayenne, oregano, or turmeric, etc. Okay. So we want to get our bodies back into what? A proper eating cycle using the proper foods, okay? Because homeostasis means what? Balance. So if you're eating food that you're supposed to eat in the afternoon, in the morning, that stops the flushing process, and then using flushing teas and foods in the afternoon when you need to be eating, vegetables and fruits, okay, nuts, okay, so that your body can begin to digest, right? Eating and digesting these foods. Through digestion, the food is broken down to a molecule, liquid molecule, that can be absorbed into the liver, and the liver puts it into the blood, and then at night what happens? You're going through that absorption. Okay. You're absorbing the vitamins and the nutrients and the minerals, and you're getting ready for the next day. But you have a residual or a waste product from that absorption that needs to be flushed out in the morning. Okay. We offer that. We eating big meals at night, small meals, a sandwich in the afternoon, and then we're getting up eating clogging foods in the morning. So we lose what? Balance, homeostasis, which affect our metabolic or the breaking down and a process of the body. In the mornings, that process is what? Flush out. Afternoon, stack up. Eat, and after 8 p.m., absorption of what you put into your body. So you're not waking up like, oh, God. Oh, yeah. And so you have a cup of coffee instead of water. Now your acetylcholine is way up. Your body is out of balance again. Okay. So Elohim, or God, created us, and he created this rhythm in our body, these cycles in our body, and we just are totally ignorant of these cycles, and then we're cultured in bad eating habits, okay, that produces what? Addiction, stress. Stress produces addiction. So now you need something to calm yourself, so you go have a beer at lunch. You know what I mean? Oh, I need to calm down. Instead of a vegetable juice that balances out the flushing process with the fruits. The fruits accelerate the flushing process. The vegetables bring you back into balance. Very simple. Okay? But when you're an addict, man, I gotta have my 3 slabs of pig butt. Why? Because you build a habitual pattern of eating, but it goes against the body system. And when the body system is off balance, it produces what? Disease, sickness, high blood pressure. Okay. We want to attain homeostasis. Okay. And you confuse your body. Your body be like, no, I'm supposed to be doing this and you doing that. Okay, now what I do with this? And then you suffer from what? Congestion. Constipation. Because you won't obey your body. Because you've been taught, I know it all. I do what I want to do. That's from that dopamine. Because the dopamine, when you eat these pleasure foods, the dopamine love it. But the only thing, when we're going to go through this study, the dopamine, when it's overexcited and it's producing too much dopamine, after a while, it destroys your neuronal cells. And you enter into a state that we call in common language, you burnt out. It kills the neuronal cell. Overexcitation of the dopamine process in the brain kills your neuronal cells. You ain't got to take one drink. The food's got all the chemicals you need to stimulate an overexcitation of dopamine cells, and too much dopamine kills the neuronal balance. That's the difference between pleasure eating and what? Happiness eating. Because happiness comes from the serotonin process. Okay. And so we way off balance. We got too much dopamine, not enough serotonin, and the only thing that can kill serotonin receptors is what? Too much dopamine. It's a killer. But we are mixed up, and we're going to do a study on this, and thinking that dopamine pleasure sensation, reward sensation, is happiness. Happiness is rooted in peace and balance. Okay. How we teach happiness is being, golly gee, hey. That's not happiness. That's dopamine. Happiness is what? Balance. Serotonin input. Okay? And that'll be in our next study. We're going to deal with, the metabolic syndrome that 90% of Americans have. It is a disease. It is a sickness. How come you have alcoholic fatty liver, but non-alcoholics is suffering from the same thing that alcoholics do? Fatty liver syndrome. Because of two things: sucrose, sugar, and fructose, and how they digest and how they metabolize in the human body. And they do this because sucrose and fructose is the basis of addiction. Addiction to food, more money in the corporate pocket. Why you can't stop eating when your body is designed and has a hormone, which I'm going to name when I do that study, to go and travel through the blood, hit the thalamus, and say, stop, flight or fight. Stop. That's enough. We have enough energy from this food where you don't have to eat no more. But it doesn't register. So hour after you get through eating, you have enough nutrients, enough minerals, enough fat, enough, and the body is dying. See, Elohim, God, is smart. We ain't. It says stop. But you say, oh, why? Because that hormone that says, okay, we're satisfied, we have enough, is out. And that hungry hormone is active. And you ain't even hungry. So you go 2 hours later and you back at McDonald's. And McDonald's food, the only thing you can buy that doesn't have fructose in it is a salad. And chicken McNuggets. They don't have it, but they still bad because they fried. So that fried foods really messes with the digestive process. You understand what I'm saying? So we need to study this. That's why I write this stuff up so you can take it home and say, okay, brother, how you been doing since you've been on that morning diet?
My head is clear.
See, just on the morning diet. Because he's not building up those toxins. He's flushing them out now. What'd you say last week? You said, man, I started doing this, I was peeing all the time. Because he's kicked in his liver and his kidney, and he's flushing out all them toxins. Now this week he said, man, my head is clear.
No, what it was I was having a bowel movement like every 15 minutes. For
Yeah.
2 hours.
That's all the waste and stuff that has not been processed.
It was embarrassing.
Yeah, because I had an appointment. I couldn't sit down for 15 minutes. I had to keep getting up and say, excuse me.
Yeah. So
But it felt great.
what does it do? What I'm telling you, what? It works. Okay? Proof is in the pudding. I told y'all, okay, we're not going to put stress on you. This is what you do for the morning. Because I know if you are faithful and consistent in doing it, you're going to be the testimony that it works. If you're not, you're going to be, oh yeah, no, you still eating pig butt in the morning. Okay. You still not flushing out your toxins in the morning. So I know who's doing it by their testimony. Because I know it works.
I tell you something else. I stopped craving it because I got 4 eggs and some pig butt in my refrigerator right now, but I ain't got no craving for it.
Yeah, it'll take it away.
Stop eating it. I've gradually just lost the craving.
All right.
Give it to him.
Okay.
I'm bringing it in the
Yeah,
morning.
Maybe
yeah.
one day a week I'll have it in the morning.
Yeah.
That's it.
If that's what you can do, if you can get
I'm
one,
eating
if you
one
can eat
fruit.
pork butt for one day after you've been eating it 7 days, that's an improvement. Okay. Like I said, this is a program of what? Mercy, love, and care. Not dogma, beat you on the head if you fail. No, you fail, we pick you back up. We just want to see progress, and then we'll encourage you to make more progress. Okay? People get mad at me. They say, well, why you don't give people out there anything? You better come to class because you want to be babysitting. I don't babysit. Okay? All right? I don't babysit. I babysit her, though. That's my buddy there. Okay? Don't. But I just said, I ain't going to say nothing. I'm going to tell them what to do, those that do it. What'd you say? 2 words. It works.
Yeah.
Okay? That's what encourages people to say, I did it and it's working.
I told them too. I said, y'all see me a month ago. Y'all see me drag. They were circling me, talking about calling 911.
Yeah.
I don't look like that today.
No. Okay.
That's great. That is so great.
You know, and that's what encourages when somebody comes in and say, okay, I'm doing it. You feel better though, even with that 1 pig butt a day.
A week.
A week. Okay.
Mhm.
So that shows what? Progress. That this works. And that's what I wanted to do. Because the corporations, when I get into the highly technical aspect of it, okay, y'all gonna be like, oh my Lord. And it's purpose. Because all they care about is money and not your health. And that's why I dedicate myself to this. Okay. Not for money. Because everybody be like, oh man, you can. I said, bro, I'm not in this for money. The grassroots people of America have been forsaken by the corporations, by the government, and you are nothing but consumers of products that is killing you and taking away the health of your children. That's why I'm glad the young brother came today. That's my main concern. And I hope you keep coming. Make Wednesdays your day, because I'm going to give you some stuff, young brother, that's going to change your life and your destiny and your future. Work with me, because I care about you. I could be doing this for big money, writing books and coming up with miracle cures. There ain't no miracle cure. The same cure that God, Elohim, Yahweh, gave us in the beginning is the same cure of today. Okay? You understand? I want to do a woman's thing. And women on, I said, I already know why y'all crazy. And they get mad at me. I mean, you crazy even when you're healthy, but you're crazier when you ain't. And I understand. And I want to do something. But they have developed this feministic, chauvinistic war where I can't even hardly communicate to my women. Okay? And I don't have no war with women. I love women. I used to love them too much. You know. But I said I stepped out of the war. I got to. My purpose is to achieve homeostasis. Okay. Let me do my thing, and you can freely do your thing. As a woman, as a feminist, we ain't got nothing to talk about. As a chauvinist, brother, we ain't got nothing to talk about. Balance. And that's what I teach. Balance. Ain't no war. You'll never understand me, and I'll never understand you. That's one thing, but I can accept you and love you if you let me be what I am. Okay? Balance. And I want to do that. So I'm talking to one good sister here and say, help me out with the women. Okay. Tell them, don't go in there with no war. Can't no man tell me nothing. Okay, you're unbalanced. You're mentally ill. Because God spoke to the prophet through a donkey. And he listened. Didn't he? Everybody know that story?
Donkey?
Yeah. He was going to curse Israel, and an angel appeared to him. Right? And the donkey told him, don't go. You better stop. Because he was so stupid and blind, he couldn't even see the angel until the donkey spoke to him. But that was, the spirit of Elohim. It's a metaphor. Okay. All right. Humble yourself under my mighty hand, and I will lift you up. Okay. All right. And I'm going to show you in these 4 weeks, this is level 2. And I'm trying to keep it on a language that's, grassroots. So that's why a lot of times I'll be like, okay, how do I say this? On the grassroots level. But this class has taught me how to communicate more on the grassroots level. And I appreciate y'all for that. Okay. Because that's who I'm dedicated to. Because I can take this knowledge and twist it towards social science and get all kinds, write books and play the positive thinking role and all this other inspirational language and make some money. Okay. But I'm not trying to do that. Okay. Straight up natural science that is complementary to your spiritual growth and development in the worship of one Elohim or one God. Okay. So that you can receive the emanation of Elohim for the benefit of your health. He will put good in your mouth and renew your youth like an eagle.
All right.
Okay, I can't go there. Don't you start me, that's why I like it. Don't you start me. Yeah. Okay. And I remember this is the first brother that came to class. He said, I'm gonna stick with it, and he had. And now his testimony is, it works.
Mm.
I'm feeling healthy. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling better. And when we get to the second half, that afternoon, after 30 days on that, you're gonna be coming up to me talking about, let's box. Let's work out, man. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. It works. And this young man right here, boy, if you come, I tell you, I'm gonna adopt you. Because I love my young people. And I don't want their future to be hindered like mine always was. Drugs, alcohol, oversex, walking around, paying, acting like a fool until God called me. Until Elohim, I say Elohim because I'm Messianic Hebrew. Okay. All right. And from there, it was a struggle, but I'm where I'm at today, because I respect the principles of his word and the principles of his creation, what he created. You understand what I'm saying? This can work for you and your children, you elders. Get this knowledge and start seeding it into your children. What? Sucrose, fructose, enemy. This here is your friend. This cycle of life is your friend. This cycle of life is your friend. Why? Because Elohim created it. So I'm still debating on whether I'm going to do this 2-day women's session because I'm not going to be arguing with you. Okay. All right.
That sounds like you in it.
Oh, I do.
I know.
So when people come to me talking those isms, you know what I tell them? I worship Elohim. I worship Elohim. And I am by his word, his power, that made me into the man that I am today instead of I can't say certain words, instead of a thug on the street. You understand what I'm saying? Where I can give my heart to people. I can love instead of hate and destroy. And I'm still fighting for it. Okay. It took me 40 years to get where I am today. I said, y'all would just give me about 25 more years. It's a struggle. It's a war. People, that's why I tell people, I told my mother, she said, are you happy? I said, Mama, I'm not seeking happiness. I'm seeking war. War against what? Anything that destroys my progress. Okay. I don't seek happiness. Walk around all day. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. That goofy stuff. Okay, what is a blessing? Huh? Don't even know. Baruch. Baruch ma. What is a blessing? And have no definitive of it. I was teaching in Milwaukee, and the guy said, well, I'm blessed. I said, what's a blessing? He went, duh. He said, I never thought about that. So how do you know if you're blessed if you don't even know what it is? Just cliche. Okay? You want to serve the coffee? It's
Do
right
I
there.
want to serve the coffee?
Yeah.
Not really.
All right, boy, I tell you, boy, did your husband die early? Anyway. I just be playing with you. So this is Truvia. I promised y'all that I would bring you real coffee. This is sweetener, no sugar. This is made from the stevia plant. Okay. It's alkaline, so it's good. 1 cup of coffee. Do your thing. Wait say about 10 o'clock. You should be with your water and your fruit. About 10 o'clock. And it doesn't have the negative effect that the commercial coffee have with that synthetic. And you'll be cool. Okay.
What's it good for? I mean, I drink.
It's an antioxidant. It thins the blood, helps your blood flow better. Okay. and other things, but those are two major things. Okay. It's an antioxidant, that means it helps the flushing process. Okay. It thins the blood, which helps your circulation. 1 cup a day in the morning. Okay.
And what's the name of that company?
It's coffee. You know, I get this is just
Yeah.
coffee, kahawa,
Well, where
in my language.
I've never seen it like that.
Yeah.
In a bean, so how do you make it?
Well, give me that pan. Let me show you. I thought somebody might ask. I always come prepared. All right. Get up and and you take the coffee, right, in this pan. Have the heat on. You pour it in here, right? And you put it on there, just shake it and brown it until it's brown on top. You take it and you put it, you get you not a blender, but a grinder. You know what a grinder is. Put it in the grinder after it gets, let it cool off, put it in the grinder, have a pot of boiling water going, right? And after you grind it down, you take what's grind and put it in the water. And let it cook for about 2-3 minutes, let it boil. Right. After that, cut it off, cool it down, and then you take this here, right? Put it over your cup and pour it out, get the grains out, and have you a nice cup of water. Now, I had some, oh, here it is. Don't get cow milk. Oat creamer, made from oats. Get the one that has no added sugar. Okay. Or some almond milk. No added sugar. Added sugar means sucrose and fructose. Okay. Which hinders your metabolism. Okay. And we'll have some. So we'll have some. That's why I kind of rushed today and did this study. We got about 15 minutes. You can sit back, drink it. You're going to feel good. And you're going to sleep tonight, but you're not going to be synthetically. Okay.
What was the creamer besides oats creamer?
Almond.
Almond.
Yeah, almond is real good too. Gives it a nice taste of it. It has its natural sweetness. Okay. Stop using creamers with sucrose and fructose. And when we go through the study, the deeper study, probably next week, you're going to understand why. The next 2 weeks. Because it's so important. You have people that have built non-profit organizations who have money. There's one doctor, a professor. Okay. He said we have to get sucrose and fructose out of our food. And they built a whole non-profit organization. And they do it worldwide. New Zealand has now banned all American products with these two in it. That's progress. Okay. In California, what's the one city, Sacramento or something, has banned all Coca-Colas and everything from schools and hospitals. Because they are studying and producing data on this that cannot be questioned. But the government, even the banks, they say, hold up, man, because I'm going to give you the whole economical scheme that's going on while the banks responded and said, we must tax all fructose and sucrose profit to disencourage the use of these products. The government said, what are y'all talking about? They ignores it. The FDA ignores it. That these two are poisons and they're destroying the life of our children.
You talked earlier about nuts and stuff here, and you say raw almonds.
Mm-hmm.
I think you said peanut butter is bad.
Yeah, peanut is not bad if you're using natural peanuts. These peanut butter that we have, you know how they make it creamy? Paint thinner. Flea killers. They got 260 cancerous and disease-causing chemicals in peanut butter.
Can you sidestep the grinding process of that coffee and buy it already?
Just go get a grinder. It's real small. Just get a grinder. I can't describe it because they come in different forms.
You get their electric, you got some electric ones, you got
Yeah.
some that you can hand crank too.
Yeah, yeah.
They're only about so tall, about the size of a can opener, electric can opener.
See, back 30 years ago, it'd be a woman doing this, but since she's rebellious, we don't. But she was a teacher for 30 years, so, boy, I'm telling you, I know them kids drove her crazy, so it's her time to relax, so I'm gonna
Were
make her
these
a cup.
coffee beans that you had in
Yeah,
there?
these are coffee beans. These are
Okay.
natural coffee beans. And what they do is they bake it to the point black,
Okay.
right? They denature it. We don't do that. We just brown it. And we don't go to the center. We just brown it on top. So we don't destroy the nature of the bean. It's a bean. Okay? I'm gonna make her.
So can you get this at Whole Foods?
Well, I get mine from Africa, so I'm sure you can get some at Whole Foods. Mhm.
This shit, that's an African.
You better be glad I'm a gentleman.
I
Give me your
didn't
cup.
thought anything.
Yeah. No, I just joke. I like to joke with you.
No, I just wanted to be sure.
Ah,
At least I wouldn't throw my cup on the floor.
Okay. And I want y'all to enjoy. This is healthy coffee. 1 cup a day though. Don't get so in love with it that you're doing 10 cups a day. Because that's that
Is it too much?
addictive.
Does it cause you to have diarrhea?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it just overthins your blood, and because it's a blood thinner, so
No, you don't want it.
your blood is moving, you know, and a much more, and you don't want to thin it out too much because then you'll faint. You know, you'll have lightheadedness. Okay,
She's open to me.
Mm.
here you go, bro.
Thank you. Is there any stevia in it?
Oh, no, that go to Stevie, yeah. I forgot to put, did I put Stevie in yours? Okay, here you go.
That's why her face all twisted. It's good.
You young, you better get up. All right. All right. I so appreciate you coming today. I like to see young faces.
Are the beans a certain type of bean or,
It's just natural coffee beans, and you, I
Okay.
mean, the quality is based on the country.
okay,
The most quality, coffee bean is out of Ethiopia.
okay.
Ethiopia is called the capital of coffee. Okay?
So it's not Brazil.
No, it's not Brazil.
Brazil, all right. Colombia has them.
That's what I
Mm-hmm.
The most expensive coffees from Hawaii,
Yeah.
Kona coffee.
Well, that's because of the market, you know. I mean, they ain't gonna tell you. You know, let me have your cup. All right. And believe me, I don't mind doing this. This is my mission in life. I wish I had people, you know, who would support, you know, so I can do more charitable work. You know what I mean? But, you know, we such a narcissistic people now, and we're so out of link, okay? So,
Is there a good cocoa bean? Because I like chocolate. I know dark chocolate.
yeah, dark chocolate is good. Get dark chocolate that hasn't been contaminated with fructose, sucrose, and the other contaminants they put in it. Dark chocolate is really good for you, okay? And like I said, it's just a matter of eating things in the proper measurement that doesn't disturb the what? The cycle of your body. Okay? Eat your piece of dark chocolate. Like I said, the biggest meal and the most consumption should be in the afternoon. You shouldn't be waking up eating a half a turkey in the morning. A chunk of pig
Tell
butt.
them my secret.
Okay? Come on. I argued with a dude on that until I said, okay, you just dumb. You just stupid. Because when people get too stupid and try to rationalize stupidity, that's when I'm done with them. Okay. Your body is waking up. At least wait till 12 when the body is saying at its full potential. Okay? Don't be stupid. Okay? And one thing, me and my big brother don't get along real well, but one thing he said, I don't like stupid. Okay? And we agree on that. I don't like stupid. If you got the facts before you and you arguing with facts, hey man, that shirt is blue. That shirt is blue. Nah, man, it ain't blue. See, it's just a reflection in the light, and so we take to the height. And you looking at him as like, brother, the shirt is blue. That's a fact. I told one brother one time, I said, 1 + 1 = 2. He said, well, there are some dynamics to that. Oh, that conversation ended right there. 1 + 1 is 2. Well, sometime. But see, man, we done. Okay. The scriptures say, let the two become one. Well, see, in the feministic idea or in the chauvinistic idea, and I said, that's not how the body works. Everything must work according to order. And when you start talking out of order, I'm done. I don't compromise. I used to listen. Okay. And you find those people that think like that never becomes or progress. They said this at 10, and at 12, and at 50, they still doing it. Huh? Young man, haven't you seen old men and you look at them and say, why are you dressing up like me? I'm supposed to dress up like this. I'm young and stupid. Why are you old dressing up like me when you should be teaching me to dress up like you? Don't you think that? Tell the truth. Okay? So we want to be proactive. Growth and development. And I know with young people because I communicate with young people. I see them, they're in the group. Hey, how y'all young brothers and sisters doing? Y'all need anything? You know, because that's the Elohim or the God in me, to reach out. Not to be inverted, to be extroverted, to reach out. Sometimes it's a risk, but you do it anyway. Why? Because it's the will of your Creator. Okay. See? And that's why I'm so happy you're here. And I hope you continue to come back these next 4 weeks. Okay, I'm going to have some stuff for you. If you come back, I'm going to have some. I always give out gifts. Okay. I'm going to have some stuff for you. All right. So the urinalysis didn't come in. They're supposed to be here tomorrow. So next week, we're going to have another I'm going to take one, and I'm going to come back with analysis that next week after. Can't do it, but we don't have much time in one class with everybody. But we will get the stats down. Okay, and I will show you how to do it. So when you leave this class, I was getting ready to try to raise some money where I can get everybody all the utensils they need, but you know, people are just not giving anymore. They don't care, and I just can't afford it. But I'm gonna make sure everything, once they come, bring everything you need to be able to diagnose thyself once a week so you can see where your body is, whether you're improving or whether you're going backwards. You know what I'm saying? All right. So I try to do the best I can. I wish I had 1 million and y'all wouldn't have to worry about nothing. I would have everything for you. And I was going to do a thing, but no one ever supports. They don't support this, you know what I mean, because they're what? Addicts. Okay. And we don't want to be addicts. Workaholics. Anytime you see a word with holic at the end, that's an addict. It don't have to be alcohol. It don't have to be drugs. Okay. And you got stupid addicts. those, we call it stuck on stupid, all right? So how do y'all like the coffee?
I like it real well, and I don't like coffee.
Yeah, tastes good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's real good.
Totally different from that bitter
It's so bitter.
chemicalized
Yeah, I can't drink
coffee
it.
that we drink, okay?
This isn't like that at all.
No,
And it's good for you.
and it's good for you. Thins the blood, antioxidants, you know what I mean? And that's what I major on, it's other stuff, you know, but, you know, those two, thins the blood, antioxidant, because we need that in the morning. Okay. You got all this waste overnight accumulated, the mucus and everything. You know, and you drink that coffee, and next thing you know, all that mucus coming out your lungs, you're feeling more energy and better. So it's about health. I don't care, you can die at 36. Did you live a quality life? Or did you live a life of drudgery? Okay, this is not about longevity. It gives you greater potential of longevity, but this is not what it's about, quality of life, where we are producing good in the earth. Where we feel like giving when you see somebody hungry. When you're in drudgery, oh, get out of my face, you bum! Instead of saying, hey, man, what you need? I ain't ate in 3 days. Man, get out of my face, it's your fault. No, it is the corporate fault who is, it was this interview by, what's that guitarist's name? Eric Clapton. And he had got into a heroin addiction. And the guy said, what was the gateway of your addiction? Marijuana? He said, no, sugar. I was a sugar addict when I was young. And the interviewer was like, what? You know, because he's a sugar addict probably. Sugar? He said, yes, sugar. I used to just consume sugar, and it converted into a heroin addiction. See? That's why I didn't come in here, you know, pointing fingers at the cocaine and alcoholic. I said, everyone is an addict. Sucrose, fructose. That's the foundational drug that creates alcoholism, that creates drug addiction, that creates dysfunctional, unbalanced ism behavior. Okay. And I have the medical and scientific facts on that. I'm writing it in a grassroots level, so I don't have to use all these 5-syllable terms that they use to make us think they're smarter than us. Okay. So you who are here, keep coming. I know some has fell off, all right, because it's hard. Oh man, y'all can't have my Twinkie? Okay. And then come all depressed, as they come off the Twinkie high. Oh, I need help. Leave the Twinkie alone. Get what you said, a clear mind. That's what I'm trying to lead you to. With a clear mind, you can take this stuff and appropriate it. Okay? I love you guys. Y'all enjoy y'all coffee. I'm going to shut this off, and I'm going to enjoy me one too. Peace and blessings to you in the name of Yahweh Elohim Sabaoth.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know what, when I was a teacher, I spent so much money drinking as I'm working. Okay, who can